see them keep trying, professional imitators. Rep, where's the flag? Now you're making me mad.
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the Lions and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. The first game's out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Brent, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the
rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw here. This one complete to Patton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
He was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now Carter looking to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st. but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And some strong running. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 19-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit him, partner.
You mean like kicking them out?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying, thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run the counter. It's Smith. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Play action. Carter. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Back to throw is Carter. Throwing on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. He's at the 30.
They are not
10. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 92 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
2nd down and 8.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one
was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff looking right. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-1. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want it.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught downfield by Morton. And in for the Lions
Lions touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the clock reads 30 seconds to go, so really not a whole lot of time to speak of. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Here's Carter. A final shot before break. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So we have reached half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go. Let's do this.
And they're on 25 yards.
So here are the Lions to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Smith. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, here's Smith again.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
The first down run not going to get him a whole lot, maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Right side, this is Morton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Carter on first down. A throw caught here by Morton. Touchdown! A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Let's go!
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they give this time to the tailback. Gets through, and now an opening. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The play action fake. They'll look to blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here and try and gain that yardage back.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
First down, Lions.
From the gun, Carter. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas. And it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of...
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Lions are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, did look his way. I bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second and 5. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Crawford. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
45, Mike.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Trying to keep the drive going. Here, this is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Drop deep.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel...
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready. I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got